Penn Entertainment announced its full takeover of Barstool Sports. They're going to pay $387 million. Penn will be in full control by February of next year. Now look who's here. Barstool Sports guy Dave Portnoy, the man himself. Dave, I don't know how much you're going to get, but I take it you are now an extremely wealthy guy, just taking another couple of $100 million. What are you going to do with the money?
Well, first thing I got to do is I got to make sure I get the hell out of New York, right? And get down to Florida and establish some residency so the government can't steal all my money.
Yes.
So that's one. Got to get my ducks in a row for that, Stuart, because I won't have much left after that. This weekend I'm going to Saratoga with some buddies. I'm going to bet on the horses. So I'm just going to live the same lifestyle that I've always done, except maybe more extravagantly.
Yeah, but what
there's
about
a lot
the
of work
investments?
still to be done.
I mean, you can't live an extravagant lifestyle. I mean, you're going to put some in cryptos. You're going to buy some stock. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, I still have crypto. I have Bitcoin. I got back in at 36, so I'm taking a beating there. But my net worth is still all tied really into Penn. I have a ton of Penn stock, and it's been a rough little ride for the last year. Started out well, but we got a lot of work to do. So, the more Penn goes up, that's my investment. The other stuff is all fun and games, but Penn is still where most of my net worth is tied up. And if we can take this thing to the moon, then I'll be able to do whatever I want. But it's all Penn. It's still, that's what I'm focused on.
But what wealthy people do is they borrow against their holdings in a company. You don't actually spend money. You borrow it against your Penn Entertainment holdings, and then you spend it. So you don't pay capital gains tax. That's what you're going to do, right?
Listen, Stuart, when I got all this money, the first thing I did to my tax guy is I said, I want every trick that these rich people have. If I have to have money in the Caymans offshore, switch it. All you hear about these tricks. You know what my tax guy said? The trick is you got to pay 50%. So I don't know where all these tricks are coming from, but I don't have them, and I'm paying out the guts for it. So if you know any little inside tricks on how to get around taxes legally, I'm all ears, but I pay 50%. I feel like an idiot.
But that surely is beneath your fair share, a man who is as wealthy as that. What do you think should be a fair share that the tax man takes out of your income?
I'm happy to pay 30, 40, but here's my issue. It's not even so much that it's 50%. I just think the government's so wasteful. You're lighting half of it on fire. There's certainly things that we need as a country that you got to pay taxes for. And again, I'm happy to do that. I just don't trust the government that they use the money properly. That's the bigger issue. So it's not so much how much they take, but I really feel like I'm just taking it and lighting it on fire when I give it all to them.
Let's talk meme stocks for a minute. What do you make of Ryan Cohen dumping all of his Bed Bath & Beyond stock yesterday afternoon, leaving the little guy holding the bag? What do you think about that?
No, I don't like that. But I mean, all the stock market is a game. The meme stocks are a game. The big firms are a game. Everyone's pulling levers and doing whatever they can. But yes, anytime the little guy gets stuck holding the bag, you feel awful for him. And that's what happened in the whole meme stock movement when they stopped the trading. And whether any of these people ever come to justice for it, who knows? I'd be kind of surprised if they get anything more than a slap on the wrist.
I'll take issue with you on the stock market being just a game. I don't think it is. It wasn't a game when you worked with Penn National. You did your homework. You figured out that company. Is it good, bad, sideways? Where's it going? You had some judgment on it. It wasn't a game.
Well, for that, though, you're using an example of somebody who's directly involved. And yes, I did all the research with Penn, and I'm part of that company. But even still, Stuart, if you look at the Penn stock, it trades with the rest of the gambling stocks almost lockstep for the past year and a half. We don't operate like those guys. Those guys are sending billions of dollars on advertising and literally burning money and losing hundreds of millions of dollars. And we trade exactly like them. There's no actual differentiation or people looking at the way the companies operate differently. I'm not saying it for everybody, but I do mean it that when older investors lecture the newer investors on how they got to take it seriously and the anti-meme stock, everyone's in it to make money. Everybody is using every advantage they can. I don't think some people can say you're trading unfairly or fairly.
Okay, it's not a question of unfairly or fairly. It's a question of gambling versus investing. I think young retail investors have been given a terrible example with these meme stocks. This is not how you make money in the long term. It's not how you get rich in the long term. They're gambling, not investing. Okay, take me up on it.
So, but what would you say about the companies that were doing all this shorting and then got caught red-handed when the meme stock moved? They were just gambling the other way, but somehow the stock market stopped to save these people when they placed their bad bets. That's the problem I have with it. Everybody, what's the difference between shorting a stock and the meme stock movement?
You're shorting a stock, you are expecting the stock to go down. You've done your due diligence on that company. Of course, everything is a form of gambling, but there's a huge difference between investing, judgment, and rolling the dice, gambling, meme stocks. There's a difference. And if you teach young kids that you can get rich quick by just pulling the lever on the slot machine, that's a rotten lesson to be teaching.
But Stuart, is it a gamble? If you're part of this Wall Street bets and you think you have this army of people who can manipulate the stock price, that's not gambling. That's no different than all these algorithms that all these people have made a ton of money on. They're using algorithms. They're not necessarily doing any research. They're using math and technology to alter the stock market.
You tell that to all those Bed Bath & Beyond investors, the little retail guys who bought earlier this week and are now left holding the bag. You tell them that. We're out of time. The last 30 seconds to you.
To me, well, I feel bad for those investors. I haven't been paying overly attention to the Bed Bath & Beyond thing, so he kind of got me on skates a little bit on this one, and I always root for the little guy. My point is, I fundamentally disagree with the lecture from older investors that this is investment and you got to do your retail and due diligence. No, there's all sorts of algorithms, math. They program when to sell on different trade. They have information to trade flow. This is just the world's biggest roulette wheel is what basically the stock market is, and people got mad when the retail traders got the hammer for once.
Got to go, with these hard breaks that come up. But Dave, that was very interesting. We appreciate your point of view. You come and see us again, okay? Keep the debate going. You got it, Dave. Thanks a lot.